We are here for observing the International Day of Peace, 21 September. This year, 2012, we are observing at the UN on the day it is supposed to be observed. And that is especially meaningful for me because I want this day to be observed throughout the world on the same day on the calendar so that we are connected with each other. And this is a wonderful postcard. We have a big poster of this. It says sustainable peace for sustainable future. That was the theme for this year's observance. It is wonderful. The day has connected all of us all over the world. And as I am talking to you, many other places this day is being observed. And it has, just now we have finished the youth program involving young people in their ways of working for peace in the world. And I think this is tremendously meaningful because we believe it is the young people who will be in the forefront of our movement for establishing, creating the culture of peace and non-violence. It is very, very important, and I believe that this is a day of resolve and commitment to the culture of peace. The United Nations General Assembly decided this to be a day, a global day of ceasefire and non-violence. And this ceasefire, I say, should be also in the way of changing our mindsets, changing our values, that we want not a culture of war, but a culture of peace. And that is very, very important. And I believe that today also marks the conclusion of the initiative called the Summer of Peace 2012. And I have with me Philip Helmick, who was directing the whole array of events on the Summer of Peace, and I would ask him to say a few words. Philip?
Sure. Please. Ambassador Chowdhury, first of all, I just want to thank you and acknowledge you for your years and years of being a champion for the culture of peace. And also to acknowledge you for helping bring the high-level forum together last Friday. And also for being a part of the Wisdom Council for the Summer of Peace. You really have provided wisdom to help us guide the Summer of Peace to really celebrate, again, peace from the inner to the international and across many different pathways and sectors of society. And again, it's just a reflection of how much positive efforts happening through so many people in every country around the world to bring about this culture of peace. And it's just a real honor to be able to serve the larger humanity that way. So again, thank you for all you've done, and thank all the peace builders, and again, for me especially my friends in sub-Saharan Africa, for all we are doing for peace. So thank you.
Thank you, Philip. And I have greatest of pleasure now to introduce our dear friend and colleague, Dot Meva, the president of the National Peace Academy and also initiator of the Push for Peace. Dot, can you say a few words?
Yes, thank you, Ambassador Chowdhury. And I too want to honor Ambassador Chowdhury and his tireless and steadfast efforts over these many years regarding the culture of peace. Decade for a culture of peace and nonviolence on behalf of the children of the world, and the ongoing efforts with the global movement for the culture of peace. Thank you so much. And your support of Summer of Peace and now Push for Peace, as today on the International Day of Peace 2012, we initiate a 90-day push through to Birth 2012 in December, calling everyone, inviting everyone to take the pledge. I will take actions for peace in 2012. Visit www.pledgeforpeace.org. That's pledge4peace.org. It will take all of us to create this world that works for all of us. And again, your efforts are so deeply appreciated as you champion the culture of peace on behalf of us all.
Thank you, Dot. Thank you. I think this shows that is in this time of the world's history, we are energizing ourselves with messages of peace. And I think we saw the summer of peace. We are now going into the push for peace, and then we'll go to Birth 2012. These seamless transition from one into the other under the umbrella of the culture of peace is wonderful. And I think this is the thing that we should remember, take into our hearts and endeavor till we get a sustainable peace for the sustainable future. And I think that is the goal myself and all of us are committed to. Thank you very much for joining us.